longer allow that, then we can't sell drugs. Now we got to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
So we're weak for accepting the drugs from you guys. But I do blame y'all because y'all bring it in. But I also blame
myself.
Take
some responsibility. Yeah, at least take some responsibility. At least take some of it.
I'll put 55% of the responsibility on us, 45 on y'all. That gives us more accountability because y'all, it's tough because y'all kind of put us in a rough condition to where we think that's the only way out. But even when I've been in the truth, so since I've been an Israelite, I've lost jobs, and I've hustled in the past. Yeah, and I've lost jobs and stuff like that, but it never made me say, let me resort back to what I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
I resisted that. As hard as it might be,
it could be hard at times.
Yeah, because you might not be able to buy what you used to buy, eat what you used to eat.
But used to live in a certain
it forces you, but it forces you to grind a little harder to make sure you do it the right way, and you could do it. We just don't believe that we can come out this condition.
Belief, that is big right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Once you have belief, you can accomplish something. If you don't believe it, you can't
and
accomplish. Hope. They said I grew up in a poor area too. Some of these kids, lots of them are dead, OD'd. Once I had a little belief I could accomplish something, got into fighting, and believe it world title, that gave me something to drive. My life could have so easily ended up a completely different path.
Mm-hmm. And that's where compassion comes in for my people, because when I see them and I see the despair that they have, it's a lot of despair in the Black communities, the Hispanic communities, the Taino communities. It's a lot of despair. And somebody has to go and give them hope. Mm-hmm. And the more we can give them hope, the better that they can become themselves. And I'm a witness to seeing it grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And we're young when it comes to, if you want to use the word religion, we don't call ourselves religion, but if they want to look at it from a religious perspective, the Israelites are young. My organization started in 1969. So you talk about 50 something years.
Yeah. Not a little bit.
A little bit more. Let me see. 70, that's 30. Yeah. 50 something years of us building this organization. So we're young. And so now we're just starting to catch on where people want to talk to us and hear what we got to say and start reaching more people.
Maybe these conversations will make people be like, oh, these guys aren't as crazy as I thought.
No, we're not. I mean, when we're out on the street, what a lot of people got to understand, when we're out on the street, you have to speak loud. Number one, you're talking into a mic. You're trying to project your voice. You're speaking about current events and the atrocities that are happening to Black people by ourselves and others. And so it's going to come across aggressive, and then people come and challenge you, and we're men.
Yeah. So
and be a few, I think seeing Black men in a dominant role is scary, because it's like, what are they going to do? Because for the most part, America has made Black men docile. America has made Latino men docile.
White men docile.
That's a new thing.
Most. Yeah, recently though.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Became docile,
right? But they've been teaching Black men to be docile. They've been teaching a strong Black man is always going to be a threat.
I think there's a new attack on Black men every week or two, though, putting Black men on dresses recently. Yeah, we've been seeing I think Black men have kept a little masculinity, and these white men they're trying to fucking get the white man to be fucking weak too. I think they're doing it to both of us.
Yeah, and I think so. When we come out and speak and we're strong, it does throw people aback. But for every person that has thought that we was, super crazy, going to do something to them, I'm talking about white people now. Whenever I sit and actually have a conversation with them, when the conversation is over, it's always different, because we're not unintelligent men.
Yeah,
we are extremely intelligent, and because we're intelligent and we're angry, like the Bible says, be angry and sin not. So I can be angry and not harm you.
Yeah,
I can be angry and still talk to you with intelligence and not speak just from my heart on my sleeve and just, you white, and white devil this and white devil that. I could speak with, it's not because you're white, it's the crimes that you committed. What you call yourself is irrelevant.
Yeah.
If these were Hawaiian people, I would feel the same way if Hawaiians did this to me.
I think both of our sides can get hatred. Like white people can be like, oh, Black people did more crime. They robbed this, they do this, without looking at life's fucking complex. Like if you look how they got there, doesn't excuse it, but you could see.
Yeah, when it comes, even with crime, crime is not a Black thing or a white thing. Crime is an American thing, because America is a criminal country. Like when we think about America, was founded by just murdering some people and taking it, then going to civil war with the British, created the 13 colonies. Then when they wanted to expand, they did more murdering and more killing. Then once they established it, then they brought alcoholism, and then you had the Italians and stuff like that. The Irish come over here, more killing. There's nothing that America has done without bloodshed or crime. And so when you try to be American, you're going to be a criminal because America is criminal. Just think the president that's in office right now was found guilty of 33 counts. Guilty of all counts.
I think some were a little ridiculous, but regardless, he's done lots of shady stuff, though.
Ridiculous or not, that court found him guilty. But they're able to make a provision. If you run for president, you don't go to jail.
Yeah.
That's America. So when we try to make it seem like, well, black people are committing crimes, yes, black people commit crimes. White people commit crimes. Everybody commit crimes. Where the racism comes in and it's not controlled by us is, what do you think the reason is that they even make a black and white crime statistic? To keep us racist. Like, they'll get mad at me and you for the way that we speak. But if you just wanted it to be about crime, it wouldn't be blacks commit this crime and whites commit this crime. It would be Americans commit this crime. The reason why they make it black and white is so that blacks and whites can have racial conversations and racial hatred for each other to perpetuate. Yes, because America thrives off of that. America thrives off of the fear of black people. And so white people will always do things to keep them in this place, because it was never meant, when the forefathers founded this country, it was never meant for them to see a place where they wasn't meant to roam free. It was meant to roam free. We was meant to be in a slave condition. And so it was a white nation. That's why when Trump says make America great again, in the eyes of all white people, that's what they believe it is, putting us more in our place so that they can have more of the country. And so you'll hear white people say, we're losing the country, we're losing the country. I don't know the who.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, though, about like immigration, people coming from other countries? Do you think we should allow that or not allow that?
I don't think anybody should be in this country illegally. That's what the rules say. But what I hate about the immigration and ICE is that they're making Latinos be the face, when there's Ukrainian immigrants, illegal immigrants, there's Chinese illegals, there's illegal Africans, there's illegal everybody. And so that propaganda is so when we torture these Latinos, nobody says anything. So that's what makes it racial. Yeah. Like, America is the fuel for American government, American statistics, all of it. Yeah, it should figure out who's going to. When have you seen them raid East Indians' home? East Indian graduation.
They're bringing a lot of the Indians over and giving them the good jobs. Yeah. To me, that's a big fucking, like, why are we giving our good jobs away to fucking Indians? And I don't hate Indians, but I don't want to give our good jobs.
Same thing with Africans. They doing all of this, bringing all these people over here.
Good jobs, instead of the Americans.
Let the Somalis come in and take. Some Somalis took some money from them out in Minnesota or something like that.
There's a lot of them. I don't know much about it.
I don't feel sorry for those
African
Somalis.
blacks. I don't. You don't look at them as your brothers.
No, Africans are just that, Africans.
I've noticed, I've noticed a tension between American blacks and Africans. A lot of people don't realize that.
Africans are pieces of shit for this regard, because Africans will actually feel disdain for black people when every single right and privilege that they have when they come over here is because of what we did. When the civil rights that they get to take advantage of is because of us. The equal rights, any right that an immigrant, especially these Africans, get, comes directly from what we did, and then they come over here and think they're better than us. I hate Africans.
Shocked by like kind of how the African blacks have like spoken about American blacks. I've been like, damn.
Well, see, because historically, the Africans are the ones that sold us to white people.
They betrayed you. Back. So I guess that's clearly not your brother.
Yeah, it couldn't be.
Like, we don't know it's certain African tribes, I guess, but
well, they knew exactly what they were selling.
That's the scummiest of scum. Just betraying your own people. That's worse.
Well, we were different. It's like, even Africa, is a continent, so it was just tribal. So it was one tribe selling another tribe. So the Hamites, who are Africans, were selling the Israelites that was living in Africa. That's all. And so we don't have no affiliation with them. So I kind of expect them to be that way. I just hate that my people still have this affinity for Africans
There's a
when
lot
it's
of them
not
do that.
necessary.
Yeah, they try to be like the same. You get both. Some try to be like, that's my people.
Mhm.
That's the homeland. Other like, so you have no interest in going to Africa or any of that type of shit.
No, I have
What
no
about
interest.
going to Israel? You want to stay in America?
I've been to Israel
Would you want to take that land or no?
If I could bring all my people over there, yeah. So
like
the
Palestinians a little better.
Yeah, we would treat everybody better. And that's again, like when I brought that Bible verse which he didn't respond to, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. If they were the children of God, they would treat the Palestinians better. They would treat the Ethiopians better. They would treat the blacks that come over there. They would treat all of them better because that's what God said to do. You're not supposed to be unaliving the Palestinians unjustly, the Ethiopians unjustly. You're not supposed to be bombing children. You're not supposed to be doing none of that. Them gays that they got over there, they ain't supposed to be having none of that gay stuff. So if we were ruling, the earth would be a better place. It wouldn't be so criminal. There wouldn't be no need for bombing everybody just for the sake of bombing. It wouldn't be necessary at that point.
People that don't know, the Judaism is supposed to treat all Jews equally, but there's several different categories. And the Ethiopian ones, they treat the worst. They were like giving them, they were sterilizing them without telling them, with birth control. Where did you say they put them by like the nuclear plant?
Yeah, they put the children of Dimona, they put them by a nuclear power plant and say, y'all can have this land.
Like, oh no, we treat them equal.
Yeah, we treat everybody good. No, they treat them like shit because they pieces of shit. And so if it was up to me and we could bring all my people there, that's what Christ would do. In Christ's return.
What do you think Christ was? Think he was black?
Yeah, Christ definitely was black. He was black. The Bible says he has hair like wool, skin of bronze.
Is it really?
Yeah. Revelations 1:13. Yeah,
I was surprised earlier. I looked up the Bible and it was talking about the Jews. They said they will be, what did it say? They'll be taken in ships to a land far away they've never known.
Deuteronomy 28:68.
Lose their heritage.
Yeah. And it says they'll be sold for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, meaning redeem you. And we're the only people, when you think about America for black people, is like a halfway house. Like when you're in jail, you locked in prison, that's slavery. And then at a certain time when you're getting close to getting out of jail, they give you a halfway house. So sometimes you can come home. It's not as oppressive. That's what America is for black people. It's a halfway house. It could never be a real home because of how we were brought over here.
If you were given large chunks of land, you feel like you could make it.
If that was given to us now, that's a way that's like retribution almost. Like, so if America was to say, we apologize for what we did for slavery, this is how we make amends, then America could be a home. But America has never acknowledged the wrong. What I mean by acknowledge, I'm not talking about saying it was wrong. I'm not talking about so-called abolishing. I'm talking about the same action you would do to make amends for anybody that you've done wrong.
Yeah. Well, they've given land to Native Americans. That's interesting. They haven't given any chunks of land for black
and I think the $5 Indians are the ones that have taken advantage of that, meaning imposter Indians have taken advantage of that more than actual natural Indians have taken advantage of that. But you don't just have that. You got the Mexicans and the land taken from them. You got the Taino Indians and the land taken from them, the Seminole Indians and the land taken from them. And so for us, it's a hell. And so now if the white man was to ever, try to rectify the situation, then we could have a difference. The feel of America would be different for us. But the feel of America can't change because America hasn't changed.
I also don't want to give money away, but I would support giving like a large chunk of land somewhere and let people try to build a culture. And if people could build something their own,
and it wouldn't even be that difficult.
I know a white guy who's doing that right now for white people only. And he's getting sued by Jews because he's trying to build this white only community. Like, why can't you build a community of your own people? It's not even a whole county. It's like a town.
That's wild. Right?
It's just wild. A couple more things. Got a couple more questions I got to wrap up.
But, no problem.
Well, so I'm trying to think of anything controversial I can get. People love the controversial shit. Well, it's not really controversial. What are several things both black people and white people you think could do better and to make this country better?
I think black people could be more loving to other black people and less loving to white people. And that would make the world a better place. Now, here's what I mean by that. So imagine, right now, when you turn on the news or you look on the internet, the propaganda is always how evil we are to each other, black people to each other. If we was to stop that, now you got nothing else to talk about. And now we could just focus on y'all being evil.